Hello everyone. When I go paddling using my DIY stand-up paddleboard, I will have to bring two types of paddles with me, a stand-up paddle and a kayak paddle. When I get tired of standing, I will sit on the paddleboard and paddle it like a kayak using the kayak paddle. Changing between these two different types of paddles can be difficult and often result in falling over. There are many reasons why people choose the Greenland paddle over the usual kayak paddle. For example, they choose it for stabilization when getting in and out of the kayak, or rolling over and rolling up, or to be extended for a stronger thrust. But for me, I just need one paddle for stand up and sit down paddleboarding. I have always wanted to make a paddle that I can use for both occasions. A Greenland paddle would be perfect for this. I started by measuring the grip position as per the diagram below. I then marked the loom position and establish the length of the paddle. I stand the timber next to me and mark the length, and of course the camera fell over, but thank God it is still working. Using a long ruler, I mark the center lines on both of the wide and narrow faces of the timber. Next, I mark the lines for the bevels cut out. After chipping off the timber in between two cuts, I had enough room to saw the rest of the timber. Again, a circular saw would be easier for this, but I am very uncomfortable using power tools. Here I use a parang or masate to simply trim the timber to shape. The band saw would be perfect to cut the bevels. Here I'm using a manual hand plane to shave the timber little by little. I started using a wood trimming plane to roughly gauge the shape of the paddle. Once I have an idea of which part needs trimming, I use the hand plane. I am working in the garage. It is an open garage. When it rains, the sound of rain hitting the tin roof is deafening. I hope you all don't mind the noise caused by the rain. Every now and then, I will use the spoke shavers to kind of keep me on track with the shape of the paddle. If you have a lathe machine, you can wood turning the shaft easily. And here you can see that I have trimmed the white face of the timber up to the cuts I made earlier. I purposely cut here so that I trim it until it reach the end. So see, done this side, so now this side. Once I reach into that one, then it's alright. Once the paddle's shape is obvious, it is time to use wood wraps in combination with the planers. Again, this is very laborious, but I truly enjoy every moment of it. Spoke shavers are most useful in shaping the shaft. The paddle is taking shape very well actually, and I'm pretty happy with the progress so far. And here I am using a biscuit tin, and I mark the tip of the paddle using a marker pen. And then I trim the cut using a garden pruning saw. A normal wood saw will not be able to cut the curve easily. The pruning saw works very well for me. I then use a wood rasp file to trim the tip of the paddle to shape.
Okay, it's done.
I started looking on use all manual tools, so it really takes a lot of time, but that's okay. There's the amount of shave wood that I did yesterday and more today. I found this timber under the basement. The timber is a little twisted and I have to make correction as I go. And the best way to do this is actually using a pair of eyes. At this stage, I am very happy with the progress.
And a bit more here.
Well, I thought the sound of rain and the wood shaving made a perfect therapeutic sound. I really do. Oops. Not now. It is a little too noisy now. Well, thank goodness the hail was just a few seconds. And as you all can see, this polycarbonate roof is leaking badly. At this stage, I think I have trimmed half of the timber away. And as you all can see, these wood shaves are perfect to be used as fire starters.
It's getting too cold, so I'm going to move to another place where there is a fireplace. This garage is open. It's very cold, so I'm going to move to a conservatory where I can make some fire and keep warm.
It is also important to keep your place clean and tidy, and I try to do this as often as I could. I really do. Well, it is very difficult to plane a section of a timber with interlocking grain. Here I had to use wood rasp file in combination of the hand plane. Even that was very difficult, but I made it.
I was actually happier with this one, but it's a bit too thick, I believe. So I'm going to thin it a little bit more. Yeah, the end is a bit too strong. Ah, that's better. This is the kind of size I want. The other side was a bit too thick. Alright, that's it.
Well, by now, you will notice that I use this workbench a lot. I use it as a sitting bench, exercise bench, and working bench. Some have actually asked me in the comment in one of my videos if I have a plan for this bench. Well, I don't, but I can measure it and share the plan.
So this one is called shaving. So just now I've used two hands because I put the pressure. But now I just want to round it up the size I like already. So you just shave it little by little, just like that. See, I just hold one hand like that. what my dad would do would be, because they don't have this in the village, so they actually just use a knife like this.
And here, this is actually my dad using a machete or a parang to shave the paddle he made.
And all they need to do is just run it. See? It's little by little, but it works. Kind of tiring, you know?
Haha. No, it was not easy at all. You know what? I still prefer spoke shaver. Spoke shaver is still the best.
Go around it as you turn it. Look at that, it's getting rounder and rounder. It's a good grip here. I think I'll leave it as it is. Okay.
Honestly, I don't really clean the tools like this. But for the sake of the video, I have to show that I clean the tools I use. Again, I'll try to clean up as much as possible. So it's always good to remember to clean up as you go. Look, I just found another use for the bench. It's actually a perfect way to test the paddle. Haha, that was funny, don't you think? At this stage, an orbital sander would be perfect and quick, but I am all for manual way of doing woodwork. I started sanding the paddle using 80 grit sandpaper, followed by 120, and then I go down to 250, and finally a grit of 400 before applying the oil. Whew, did you hear that? I just said, phew! Honestly, it was really tiring. But again, I enjoy every moment of it. I continued the sanding on the following day, and lo and behold, it was sunny and no rain. So I did most of the sanding outdoor. I think I have gained a little bit of muscle on my arms actually, building this paddle. Alright, that's it. Here you go. This is now using 150 grit sandpaper. Very important, before you wipe, make sure that your hand is dry, because we don't want water to go onto the wood. Once water goes in, it will just expand, the fiber will expand and it won't be smooth anymore. So yep, listen sure people, whatever you use, listen to the man. Make sure it's dry. He speaks from experience. Your hand dry. Let it in spirit. Whoa, that's a lot. Alright, that's it. Let's give it a good wipe. Like that. Okay, since it's just quite a little, so I'm just going to use this. You do need to make sure that the bubble is up. You know, it's like COVID injection, you know. Shall we remove the... Oops, yeah, the bubble is coming out. Oops.
This is to ensure that the amount that come out will be equal. Okay, that should be alright. That is more than enough actually. So
why must you do that? If you just paint over it, cannot lah.
Go hole there.
Where go hole?
Yeah.
Oh.
Again, you got to do this a minute or two. I'm not talking to you, you know. You nicely turned back. I was like, oh, okay. I need a little bit of sawdust. Let's try that first. Okay, here we go. I really am going to use my hand, really. Okay, I'm just going to squeeze it in. And it is important to actually put it a bit more. So I'm going to use something flat, as flat as I can. Okay, so I'm just going to remove the extras. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. So leave that as it is. Look, there's another side here. There it is. This is quite tricky because it's at the side, but we'll see how it goes. Again, press it in. Press in as much as you can to make sure that it goes right into the cracks or whatever it is there. You just give the place a wipe if you can. And here too, just a wipe. It's going to be like this, I guess. That's better. In fact, once it is like this, I can even shape it further, like that. See? That's nice. Alright, so there we have it. Alright, this has been only 2 hours. That's why I prefer to use the glue instead of proper epoxy. So,
Well, this is the part where Bob Ross, the famous painter, will say happy mistake. This was actually a flaw on the timber, a hole, a crack, a flaw that one might actually throw the whole timber away. But I have turned this so-called an ugly spot into something beautiful.
so this part is really nice.
It looks so beautiful, as though that it was all planned from the beginning. I use linseed oil to oil the paddle, and I sand lightly with a 280 grit in between layer of oil. And you can see here how beautiful it is.
That's 1548. Okay, let's measure.
That's exactly 7 feet.
Yep, that's exactly 7 feet.
70 and 60, not much different. Yeah, not much different really. That's really good. Now it is time to test the paddle. So I took the paddle with my kayak to the nearby river and start paddling, and to my surprise, it is such a beautiful and nice paddle. Look at how smooth it goes. Ah, that's beautiful. Look at this. It's beautiful. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna stand right now and I'm just gonna enjoy it. So when I sit down, I use this as a kayak paddle, or when I stand, I can also use it as paddleboard paddle, because you can actually hold it like that. See, like this. It's really good. There we go. It's beautiful, beautiful. As you all can see, I have also built a stand-up paddleboard, and I have yet to share how I built that paddleboard. And again, I built it without a plan. I just build it and shape it as I go. So I promise I will try to put the video together and share the video soon. And I also use it for my canoe that I just built, and I put a link in this video how I built the canoe. So please have a look and enjoy. Look at that, how beautiful it is. This canoe is so light. It's only 15 kilo, and I really enjoy building it. So please visit my channel and see how I built this canoe, and I also leave a link to the video here in the description. Thank you for watching this video, and I really believe that everyone can build one. You don't have to have fancy machineries, fancy design. All you need to have is time and the interest of doing it, and once you start, you'll get the hang of it. So again, thank you for joining me, and please consider subscribing to my channel. I really like to share what I do. Again, thank you for joining me, and I wish everyone health and stay blessed. Thank you again. Bye.